Meghan Markle wanted more American publications to be involved with the royal family and to be given the same access as the British press, which planted one of the first seeds for their eventual departure, a royal expert claimed. Royal editor of Harper's Bazaar US and author of Prince Harry and Meghan biography Finding Freedom, Scobie, suggested the Sussexes' desire to leave the royal family could be attributed to their demands of the press. Mr. Scobie believed the royal couple had asked for a review into who was allowed into the royal press pack and said Meghan wanted more US outlets to be involved, considering she is American. But the pair were told the institution could not oblige, and if they wanted to decide who they spoke to they would have to fund it themselves and be independent, according to Mr. Scobie. Speaking on the BBC's podcast Harry, Meghan and the Media, Mr. Scobie claimed there were rumblings from the Sussexes over which media platforms had access to them. Mr. Scobie said, "The first conversations about wanting financial independence actually were born out of Prince Harry's frustration of having to work alongside the royal press pack. For him, he wanted that distance. For Meghan, she was frustrated that there was never any inclusion when it came to foreign publications, particularly those in the US. She is American. Why can't there be American newspapers or television networks allowed to cover?" He added, "or have the same level of access as British media organizations. But of course, as they're often told, that's not how things are done." And so when Harry really raised the issue or the question of could we operate away from the press pack and carry out our own engagements with members of the press that we want to work with, the answer that came from the top was, well, if you fund it yourself, you can pay for your own engagement. Mr. Scobie said the conversation planted one of the first seeds for Harry and Meghan to pursue independence. The royal expert then claimed when Harry wanted to speak to other royals about the issue, who had insisted on speaking face-to-face, he encountered resistance as he was unable to secure time to meet them. Harry and Meghan were eventually allowed to meet with the other royals in January, which was when details of their departure from the family began to be leaked. Mr. Scobie claimed the leak meant the story now became out of Prince Harry and Meghan's control and they would struggle to shape it how they deemed fit. In a BBC documentary called The Princes and the Press, Mr. Scobie also claimed that the royal households were briefing against one another to secure favourable coverage. Mr. Scobie said negative stories about the Sussexes had been briefed by royal households, with journalist Dan Wootton instead arguing people came to the press because they were getting annoyed over their behaviour. A joint statement from the royal households read, "A free, responsible and open press is of vital importance to a healthy democracy. However, too often overblown and unfounded claims from unnamed sources are presented as facts and it is disappointing when anyone, including the BBC, gives them credibility." Harry, Meghan and the Media released its 5-part series on BBC Sounds after rumours circulated it had been shelved due to royal backlash. Currently, the rift between Sussex and the royal family is still very tense. Experts warn there is a chance Prince Harry and Meghan Markle may try to find a reason for her not to come to the Queen's Platinum Jubilee celebrations. This speculation has been issued by royal expert and commentator Jonathan Saccardotti. He made all these revelations during his interview with Christina Ross and Christina Garibaldi on the Royal Ears podcast. He started it all off by admitting, Meghan will probably be in attendance if travelling and everything is okay with the kids and everything like that. Mr. Saccardotti also said, this could be the case. I have heard some rumours that maybe Prince Harry will come back without Meghan.